Hey, what's happening, guys? You're all familiar with PCBs, printed circuit boards. You know how easy it is to just, make a rectangular board, a square board, long rectangle. Take your rectangle and, soften the corners, or even to make a circular PCB. But what about when you get something like this, which is a really custom shape? How can they do that? Well, you can go into your PCB program and draw lines and arcs, or you can import a file, a drawing basically, onto your board layer and get some really complex shapes. I figure the holidays are coming up, so let's design a custom PCB shape for the holidays, populate it, and have a cool little ornament. What do you say? How about a Christmas tree using self-flashing LEDs, so we don't need any difficult circuitry? Let me draw up a circuit and see what we can come up with. Okay, so here's our circuit. As you can see, it's pretty simple. We have our battery here, a CR2032. We have our switch here, and I'm just using a 3-pin female, a 2.54 or 0.1 inch connector, and then a little simple switch will fit right in there. You mark one of them as a no connect, and the other one you pass on to VCC. Then we're just using standard 5mm LEDs. In this case, I'm going to be using RGB LEDs so that they'll change color. We're using a 100 ohm resistor, and it ties directly to ground. And there are 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can put in as many as you want. I'm just doing 7. Kiss, man. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, so we went ahead and converted to the PCB, and you can see we have all of our components here. But you notice there is no PCB anywhere to be seen. And the reason for that is we are going to import a custom board. Now, it's different for every program. In this one, it's File, Import DXF. Select the DXF. In my case, it's in the download folder, and it's called Christmas Tree. It looks like this. And then we can just bring it in here. Oh, heck. Try that again. I forgot to tell it which layer to put it on. Let's do that again. It was on the right one anyway, but since I didn't pay attention, we got to do it right. So there it is. Let's zoom in here so we can see it a little bit better. Now there's our board outline. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to go to our top silk layer, and I'm going to add a picture which is going to be our decorations. I think I put that here. DEC. There we go. So this is the decorations for our tree. And then we just need to place that in so that everything kind of lines up. Boom. And there we are so far. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to place our components. So we've got 7 LEDs, and it really doesn't matter where we put them. What I'm going to do first of all is we're not going to display prefixes or names. We don't want any labels on here. So we'll take our first LED, and this is going to go onto our top layer. First LED, come on. There we go. And we're going to put it somewhere like that. And I'm going to rotate it sideways just so I can bring those traces out. Then we're going to put our other ones kind of in these corners of the tree branches, and I don't want them to be all perfectly lined up and exact. I want them to be somewhat random like. Again, you could put more lights in your tree. I just did 6, to keep it simple. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the bottom layer, and we're going to start by putting in our battery, which I think we'll put down here, and our switch, which we're also going to put down here, and then our LEDs, our resistors, pardon me. We're also going to put on the back layer, and we're just going to kind of just line them up here in the middle like so. And what we'll do is we shall align their vertical centers, and then we'll take a look and see what it looks like. I thought I placed those things on the back layer. Let's see. Yeah, that's showing me it's on the bottom layer. Ah, but here it says top layer. Okay. Bottom layer. There we go. And then our LEDs or our resistors, we need to do the same thing with. Layer, bottom layer. Oh, what the hell did I do there? Alright, let's try this again. Boom. 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 Bottom layer. Alright, let's have another look. Our switch still needs to be moved. That's easy enough. I totally missed that. Switch, top layer to bottom layer. It's green. Let me save this. Alright, view, 3D view. Let's see what we got here. Good, we have our LEDs on the front layer. And we have our resistors, our switch, and our battery on the back layer. Now, let's go back to the front layer, top layer rather, I don't know why I said front layer, top silk layer. We have one more picture that we need to add, and that of course is our happy bear. Let's go 14. Oh, that's way too small. Try that again. Hello. Let's go. Happy bear. That's not bad. Where are we going to put the Happy Bear? Yeah, I think I'm going to put him down here. Then we'll go to the bottom silk layer. And we'll put our text in. This will say electronics. All right, Christmas 2020. And that goes on our bottom silk layer. Just kind of chuck her up in there. Make sure we're saved. And let's have a 3D view of it now. Yeah. I think I like that. So we just need to route it. Alright, route, auto router, local, run. Sometimes, I don't know why. There we go. Let's save it and have a look. Good. Yeah, sometimes I don't know why the auto router won't run the first time, and I've just got to run it a couple times, but that seems to be pretty good. Alright, then all I need to do is export my Gerbers and order some of these boards. Alright, let's order our boards. Go to Instant Quote, Quick Order. We'll add our Gerber, which in this case is called Christmas Tree 2020. I think today we'll get 10 of these. Might give some of them away. Oh my. Wow, the difference between 5 and 10 is only a couple dollars. Amazing. Okay, so we need them to be green. What if I chose matte green? It only runs it up by $20, but we'll go with that. We want white. Click there. Man, shipping $52. Should got Botswana. It's not going to Botswana. Going to the United States of Freedom. I don't really care about product numbers on the boards. So I think we're good. Total for this is $76. But again, they are very large boards. So we'll save that to the cart. And they are be ready to go very soon. The boards are back. This is literally the longest I have ever waited for boards from PCBWAY, and that's 8 days. So that's still pretty amazing, right? Oh my, they're pretty. Here they are. Let's open them up. Oh. Their vacuum packing is very secure. Man, come on. So, here's one of the boards. Looks pretty good so far. Get you a measurement on it there. 6 inches or 15.5 centimeters long. At the widest point, we are looking at 13.5 centimeters or 6.25 inches. So let's put one together. I think it'll be cool. So for our assembly, we'll need some 100 ohm resistors, a CR2032 battery holder, little single pole, single throw switch, and the battery. Going to start by putting in the resistors, the battery, and the switch from the rear. Now you can play around with these resistor values. They are definitely not critical. Sorry, I had a little camera issue there. My computer's rebooting, and the camera asked for permission. Not a problem. So to bend and install our resistors like that from behind. I'll come back when they're in. Alright, so I put all the LEDs in, and then I'm just going to secure them with a piece of painter's tape. This is what I like to do. Keeps things in place real nice. Then we'll solder them. I keep my soldering iron at 350C. I find that's a pretty good temperature. And make sure you're always using a clean tip. Apply the hot soldering iron to the pad and the leg at the same time. Then bring in the solder, touch it, remove the solder, then the iron. Let me see if I can't get you in closer here. You'll be able to see a better view of it. So hot iron touches the pad and the leg for a second or so to heat it up. Then you bring in the solder, touch the pad and the leg, solder away, then the iron away. That's the way I was taught to do it in the U.S. Navy by a Filipino petty officer chief who was very angry all the time. I don't know why, but he was an excellent teacher, and I learned some great skills there. Soldering's like any other skill. Not hard, just practice. You get a feel for it, and you can make incredibly neat solder joints in no time at all. Now I am going to make the Gerbers for these publicly available, so you can download them if you want. So after all the legs are soldered in, then what we want to do is we want to come back, cut the legs off nice and neat. And there we have our resistors, all soldered in, and as you can see, I put them all in the same direction, so nobody with OCD goes crazy. Next, let's put in our battery holder. See our 32 battery holder? Plus goes down, it goes to that pin, plus to plus, just like that. And we'll flip it over. Sit it down, and I'm going to solder in one leg. Check it. See, it's kind of angled. So what I can do, put some pressure on that with my finger, heat that up, hold it where I want. Once it cools back down, now it's in place. And we can solder it in like we want. And it's all nice and flush. Next, the switch. We're going to put the switch on the back side of the board so that the only thing we have on the front side are the LEDs. And again, I'm just going to use a little piece of tape, hold it in place. Get one leg soldered in, take the tape off, make sure it's sitting nice and flat on the board. Then we can solder in the other legs. And then of course we want to cut them off. We don't want to be giving these to anybody with sharp points on them. Very nice. All right, next the LEDs. And I'm going to use the self-blinking type of LEDs. So let me get 7 of them out and we'll come back. All right, so we got our LEDs. You can do this in different ways. What I'm going to do is just kind of bend the legs out. Make sure you put them in the correct direction. You can see there's a little flat mark on there. Line that up with the flat on your LED so that they're all properly polarized. Otherwise, they are not going to work. And your pretty Christmas tree is not going to light up. All right, so we'll solder in one side first. And again, I'm going to solder in just one leg of the LED, of each LED. That way we can come back and make sure they're adjusted so they sit flat. And it looks good because I intend to give these out as gifts. Yep. Look okay to me, so we'll solder in the other one. Make sure you get that nice shiny little mountain shape. If it looks like an apple, that's not a good joint. I'm going to solder the other side. You don't have to watch me do that. Okay, small problem. I'm sure you all were yelling at me. You put the battery in backwards. I didn't realize I did that. So need to get that guy out of there. Shouldn't be too hard. Just heat it up and pull them out. Now we just got to switch it around. The old switcheroo, right? Hang on. All right, now we got the battery in the right direction, I believe. And she fell right out because I bumped it. Also, there's a little piece of solder there. Well, now I made a bigger mess, haven't I? Hang on. Now I don't want to come out. I don't have enough oxygen to do that. Hold on. Okay. Got her all soldered in now, I think. Put the battery in and see what we get. Turn the lights out here. And there you go. The Learn Electronics Christmas Tree 2020. Pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. That's it. I'm out. Peace.